Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the Monarch of Mardi Gras, the Baroness of Bourbon Street. When she's not co-hosting Ringside Society, she's on crazy misadventures such as shopping for DeLoreans, dressing up as one of the Road Warriors and picking fights with random people, and trying to get the 2-for-1 special at Cafe Du Monde, and also pissing off Scott Bruce, Louisiana's own Kathy Knight. In the second quarter, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the third corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go, catch him if you can, said his name in Guyana, now they love him in Japan, the time zone traveler, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guests, actually we have two special guests tonight. I know y'all are wondering, yo, Remy, what's going on? What's the dealio? Well, I'll tell you what the dealio is right now. You see, this here is a special episode, a unique one, because for the first time ever, we have a guest that does not speak English. But we here at Ringside Society, we're so dedicated at doing at what we do. We're so dedicated to bring you everybody's story that we're even willing to work with those that don't, whose first language is not English. So with that being said, joining us tonight to help us with the translation is a man who is doing big things in the big state, the Lone Star State of Texas. Everybody, welcome to the show. Always winning, never losing. The owner, Bruce, our guest of honor. The main focal point of this episode is a woman who has been making a name for herself in Puerto Rico. She has teamed with wrestlers, fellow competitors such as La Rosa Negra, and she has also faced off against opponents such as Red Velvet. Everybody, welcome to the show, La Chica de la Actitud, Roxxy Boricua.
Yeah. Thank you.
Man, I think whew, necesito agua, man. Oh, geez, that was a lot. But Roxy, bienvenido a Ringside Society. We are very grateful. And ¿cómo estás?
Gracias, estoy bien, estoy cansada, pero estamos bien, estamos batallando.
Awesome. All right, Scott, this is where you come in, man.
Oh, she said thank you for having her on here. She's tired, but she's very happy to be here.
Awesome. So, Roxy, once again, we understand you don't speak English. You don't speak English. So Scott here will be our translator for all of your answers and whatnot, and for you to tell your story. So with that being said, so for those of y'all that are watching, this is the first time we've ever done this. It's going to be a bit shaky for me. I'm pretty sure it's shaky for Kathy and Rob, but just bear with us. We will get better as time goes on. We don't normally do this, but we're just dedicated to what we do, that we're actually willing to take a leap of faith. So we recommend that you actually watch this on YouTube as opposed to our Spotify channel. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a first, and it's pretty unique. So with that being said, my first question, Roxy, is what made you become a fan of professional wrestling?
Roxy, la primera pregunta es ¿qué te hizo ser un fanático de la lucha libre?
No te escucho bien, te escucho doble.
La primera pregunta es ¿qué te hizo ser un fanático de la lucha libre?
Mi tío me ponía lucha libre cuando chiquita y pues siempre me gustó, pero nunca quise ser luchadora hasta después de grande.
She said her uncle would show her wrestling when she was younger. She would watch it, and that when she was younger, she didn't want to be a wrestler until she got older. Then that's when wrestling became what she wanted to do.
Okay. So, who was growing up? Who were some of your favorites you enjoyed watching?
Cuando estabas más joven, ¿qué de los luchadores que te gustaba ver en la tele?
Pues de Estados Unidos yo no veía mucha lucha libre, pero siempre me gustó Stone Cold, me gustaba mucho. Y en Puerto Rico pues seguía a Sabio Vega, Rey González, Amazonas, veía mucho la IWA, que era lo que más, era lo que yo más consumía. La lucha que yo veía era IWA, la más que veía. Pero de Estados Unidos, Stone Cold siempre me gustó su valentía, su fuerza.
She said that in the U.S., really, she didn't get to watch a lot of the U.S. styles, but she liked Stone Cold. In Puerto Rico, she liked Savio Vega, Rey Gonzalez, and Amazonia. Those are the ones that he saw the most being in Puerto Rico.
Woo. Wow, Savio Vega was definitely the man back in the day. Like I think they could have done more with him. When I first saw him in WB back in 1995, he was very impressive, and I think should have been done with him. So, Roxy, have you ever met the Colon family?
¿Cómo?
Roxy, ¿tú has conocido a la familia de los Colones? Remy, yeah. ¿Tú no has conocido a los Carlito Colón, Carlos Colón? ¿Sí los conoces?
Sí, trabajé con todos. He trabajado, luché en Florida con Carlitos Caribbean Cool. Trabajé en Puerto Rico con Primo Colón y Orlando. He trabajado con todo y pues he trabajado para la WWC, que es la de Carlos Colón. He trabajado varias veces.
Yes, she knows the Colones. She's worked WWC for Carlos Colon. In Florida, she worked for Carlito, and in Puerto Rico, she worked with Orlando and Primo Colon.
Cool. That's awesome. So, how did she end up? Roxy? How did you end up becoming? How did your journey go from wrestling fan to now professional wrestler? How did you end up training and so on?
¿Qué es la historia de donde fuiste de fanático de lucha libre de chiquita y después entrenando y después ya eres una de las luchadoras más conocidas en Puerto Rico?
Pues yo empecé a los 14 años a practicar lucha libre y pues mi maestro Basago, que es el mejor luchador que tiene Puerto Rico, pues él me enseñó todo, visité muchas compañías independientes durante pues no sé si quieres irlo diciendo, no sé, no quiero hablar mucho y que se te olvide, pero visité muchas compañías independientes hasta que mi maestro hizo que me vieran en WWC y entonces pues comencé lo que fue la lucha libre profesional, pero estuve 2 años practicando, luchando en pequeñas compañías hasta que pues desde los 14 años a los 16 empecé como tal a luchar.
Okay. She started training at 14. ¿Cómo se llama tu maestro?
Basago.
Okay. Under Basago, and she trained for 2 years, and she was going to different independent companies until her trainer got her to WWC.
Cool. WWC, apparently that's like the big promotion down there in Puerto Rico. Hopefully, if I go down there one day, when I go down there one day, I could definitely get to see that. So I just have 2 more questions before I turn it over to Kathy. And my my second to last question is, in terms of
Yeah, he's here. Scott, you can let me know. Yeah. Justin, chilling, brother.
just a minute intermission. Yeah.
So how's
I
everyone
can,
today?
Whatever her name is.
Give me dame un minuto. Dame un minuto.
sorry. I can understand you a little bit.
Okay. So who are your top 5 opponents you want to face in the future?
In the future? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like in the near future.
In Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
Scott,
Mande.
él me pregunta si con quiénes quiero luchar mi top 5 de lo que les quiero luchar.
Sí, con quién has luchado ahorita? ¿Quién son tu top 5 con que tienes una lucha? ¿Y quién es en el futuro tu top 5?
Ok, que ya he luchado, Lindsay Snow, Lou Dark de México, Sádica, la Rosa Negra. Me encanta luchar con la Rosa Negra.
Es buena onda, Rosa Negra.
Sí, es de mis mejores oponentes. Ella y yo tenemos mucha química en el ring.
From wrestlers she's wrestled with right now, dijiste Lindsay Snow. ¿Quién no? Sádica,
Sádica, Lou Dark de México,
Lou Dark,
Rosa Negra y
Rosa
Amazona.
Negra y Amazona. Those
Wow,
are the top 5 right now.
I've been hearing a lot about Lou Dark. I think my good friend George Alonso in Florida, he actually told him about Lou Dark. Yeah, actually he did. And I would love to see La Rosa Negra versus La Chica de la Actitud, Roxxy Boricua. Which I gotta ask. That's my last question I have. So, Roxy, where did the nickname La Chica de la Actitud? How'd you get that? How'd you get that nickname?
Ese nickname me lo pusieron porque yo quería luchar con todo el mundo. Luchaba con hombres, luchaba con mujeres, con quien sea, entonces siempre quería luchar y me metía en todas las luchas. Hasta Huracán Castillo Jr. Entró a dar y yo también me quería meter ahí a luchar. Entonces Metal, que fue uno de mis jefes, pues me puso así y todo el mundo empezó a llamarme de esa manera.
One of her trainers and some of her opponents she's been with and friends and colleagues, they gave her that name. That's how she came to get that name.
Y es porque también soy chiquita.
Oh, and because she's small.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kathy. I know Kathy has a couple of questions, and then Rob. So, Kathy, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right, thanks for me. Hola, Roxy.
Hola.
So, my first question is, where did Scott go? I guess we'll have to wait for him.
I try. I understand you.
Okay. So you're mostly into hardcore wrestling. What got you into hardcore wrestling?
Slowly. Repeat.
What got you into hardcore wrestling?
My teacher, my
We can't wait for Scott.
I told you my English is very bad. Very bad.
It's all right.
Welcome back, Scott. Wait.
Oh well,
There
look,
he
I
is.
have two spots.
There's two of you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Kathy, go ahead and ask the question.
my first question to Roxy was, Brittany, you can turn that off. It's like it's muting. All right, there you go. It's echoing. All right. The first question I had for Roxy was, what got her into hardcore wrestling?
¿Qué te puso para meterte en la lucha extrema?
Mi maestro le gustaba mucho la lucha extrema y a mí me gustaba cómo él lo hacía y no había luchadoras en Puerto Rico que hicieran eso. So, yo mido 4'11" de estatura y tenía que hacer algo relevante, so me atreví a hacerlo y me encanta.
What she said was her teacher got her into it. She used to watch him do it and she liked him do it. And there weren't a lot of women in Puerto Rico that were doing it. So she just started loving it and how they would see it by watching him. And now that's what got her into it.
Awesome. So yeah, she had a match with Sadika at Loco Wrestling back in November. And Sadika is like the queen of hardcore wrestling. And she took it to Sadika. She actually suplexed her through a door full of light tubes. She jumped off the top of the building onto Sadika. So like how was it taking it to the queen of hardcore wrestling?
Que dijo Katy es que te metiste en noviembre, estabas luchando contra Sarika y que te vio que hiciste un suplex ahí en una puerta con tubos y brincaste de medio del edificio. Y Sarika en Texas es la reina de Texas en lucha extremo. ¿Cómo viste la lucha? ¿Cómo te gustó? ¿Y qué pensabas metiéndote en esa lucha? ¿Es algo que te gustó o cómo?
Okay, no sé si le dice así, pero Sadika is the queen of extreme.
Uh-huh.
I'm too, Puerto Rico. So,
Reina,
me gusta,
reina.
sí, me gusta y me gusta enfrentarme a las mejores. So, ella es la mejor en Texas, en México, pues yo soy la mejor en Puerto Rico en lo extremo y pues quise ir allá y no me quité y llegué hasta el final de la lucha y la gente le encantó y a mí me encantó y creo que pude demostrar que puedo hacerlo.
She wanted to first say Sarika is the queen of extreme in Texas and Mexico. Well, she's the queen of extreme in Puerto Rico. So naturally, she wanted to prove herself that she's a queen as well. And that she enjoyed the match and that she lasted the entire way and gave it all she had. And, she enjoyed that crowd. She enjoyed everything.
Yeah, she really gave Sadika a run for her money. I saw that match on Title Match Network. That was pretty crazy. So hats off to you for that. That was awesome. So my last question before I turn it over to Rob. So of course we said, she's a hardcore wrestler. And I saw her with barbed wire bats and light tubes. How much does all of that hurt? Like, what's it like to go into a hardcore match?
A ver si entendí.
¿Eso sí entendiste?
Quiero que me digas, a ver si lo entendí.
Ok, ella dice que ella ve que te metes con luchas con tubos y con barbed wire, con los batas de béisbol. ¿Cuánto duele?
Let me see.
There you go, Kat. You're feeling your scars.
Las bombillas duelen demasiado y son muy peligrosas. Muchísimo, muchísimo. Porque la bombilla o sea, no es un golpe. O sea, va rompiendo mientras la bombilla se rompe. Eso te va cortando mientras la bombilla se rompe. Eso duele muchísimo y la cicatriz siempre se queda, siempre.
Yeah. She said the barbed wire hurts the most, and that all because it doesn't just hit; it tears the skin while it's hitting, and that's why she has the scar there. And she said that's the worst part of it, actually.
So, how did the light tubes feel? Because when they burst, I saw she was like dusting it off, like their Nurse Dika match. Like, what does that feel like to have all these pieces on you?
Los tubos de luz, cuando ella vio que cuando te pegó cerca con uno, que estabas quitando todo el pedacitos y todo. Quería saber cómo se siente todo así.
Ay, duele. Duele, es doloroso porque cuando, si vieron la lucha, ella la vio, ella se tiró de la rodilla con un tubo y en mi cara. Y ahí pueden ver, si ven la lucha bien, yo busco la manera de sacudirme porque si no voy a caer a la lona y se me van a espetar los vidrios. ¿Qué pasó? Pero pues traté de que fuera menos.
Yeah. She said it hurts. It hurts real bad because the way Sarika came in with her knees running at her, and that all the little pieces were in there, she was trying to get it off of her as quick as she could so that it wouldn't get put into her deeper and she could get it off.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. So before I turn it over to Rob, just want to say gracias for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on the show. And looking forward to watching more matches. And you're pretty hardcore. I commend you for that. So, thank you for entertaining us and going through all that. And turn it over to Rob.
Gracias.
All right, sweet. Thank you, Kathy. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, bien.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
That's good. Now, like Kathy was saying, you're wrestling in hardcore matches. Like how did you get the hardcore in your blood when you live in an island? An island life's supposed to be peaceful. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be beautiful island, peaceful life. And you're wrestling hardcore. How does that happen?
Él dice, ¿cómo se metió la extrema en tu sangre? Porque vives en una isla que es muy hermoso y muy calmado. ¿Cómo en el mundo te pegó la lucha extrema que quieres hacer algo extremo cuando vienes a un paraíso como Puerto Rico?
En Puerto Rico la lucha es bien fuerte. Es bien fuerte. O sea, no sé si ellos han venido a Puerto Rico, pero aquí la lucha es bien fuerte. O sea, aquí en Puerto Rico, aunque no sea extrema, la lucha es mucho más dolorosa que en Estados Unidos. En Estados Unidos un poquito menos y me encantaría, estoy loca de hacer una lucha extrema en un territorio donde no haya mexicanos, puertorriqueños, para hacer algo que llame la atención. Pero en Puerto Rico es extremo. El fanático de Puerto Rico es extremo, no es tan tranquilo acá. Me gusta eso.
What she said was Puerto Rico is a harder style than the American style, and that in Puerto Rico that they love extreme, what we call extremo, which is you all saying hardcore. So over there, when she's over there doing it, the crowd loves it. So she wants to bring that Puerto Rican style here. That's a lot harder of a style naturally. So naturally, her going into what extremo, she just loves it. It's there, so that's why she does it, and it's something that she enjoys.
Oh, that's awesome. See, now I'm a ref over here in America and all, and that's one of the matches I couldn't do because, I can't sit here and watch, barbed wire getting hit into everybody. I'd have to take a timeout, and go throw up over on the side of the mat or something, So I couldn't do all that. Ugh.
Él dice que él es un referee aquí en Estados Unidos y que él no puede ver cosas de extremo porque le va a dar asco en la panza porque va a ver toda la sangre y todo, dice.
Sí, mucha sangre.
So what was your first match like? Is there any video of your first match?
¿Cómo era tu primer lucha si tienes video?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo era tu primer lucha y si tienes video de tu primer lucha? No, it's in a hole somewhere.
Horrible.
She says it was horrible. Estaba en un pozo escondido, ¿verdad? Yeah, it's in a hole buried somewhere.
No, en YouTube hay unas luchas de cuando yo empecé que pueden poner NRW, Roxy with 1X, maybe you find that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I won't bring it up anymore.
Please don't tag me here, please. Por favor. No.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't want to feel your wrath. I've seen you in the ring.
tag her, I'm going to send her to your house, Rob, and let
Oh
her
no,
just beat the
don't
hell
do
out of you.
that. No, don't do that.
Si
No.
ponen un tag, que te voy a mandar a tu casa para que lo enseñe a lucha
No,
extrema.
no.
Oh man. So speaking of that, when is your next match? Do you have anything lined up for the rest of the year, or are you going back in the beginning of the year?
¿Qué es tu próxima lucha para este año? O si no tienes, estás esperando para el primero del año.
Sí, estoy descansando, estoy esperando a que el COVID vuelva a tranquilizarse. En Puerto Rico está muy fuerte ahora mismo. So, ya en enero, en enero, por el momento, pues tengo un evento en Puerto Rico, un evento grande, que es dirigido por Orlando Colón, épico.
Sí.
Y entonces ya en febrero vuelvo a Texas hasta el momento, y en marzo New York.
Okay. Right now she's taking time off, but in January she'll come back with Orlando Colón. And then she'll be back in Texas in February. And then in March she'll be in New York.
Oh man, that is awesome. Just traveling the world. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I do have to ask, are there any new movies and TV shows that you're watching right now? You know what I mean? Like, what are you into watching right now?
¿Qué películas, si está una película que quieres saber o cuáles te gustan? ¿Y qué programas en la tele te gustan y qué estás viendo?
Mis películas favoritas son Harry Potter. So, I love Harry Potter. Me
Harry
encanta.
Potter fan.
Yeah. Y las películas de terror son mis favoritas.
Horror movies.
Ooh. So who's your favorite slasher? Like Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, Chucky?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, that's your guy?
Let me show you something.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Hey, ¿cómo que todos los latinos le encanta Michael Myers?
Woo! Okay. All right.
Yeah, my apartment is horror apartment.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. I like watching my horror movies. They're pretty good.
¿Cómo?
My guy's Jason.
Tengo amigos que son boricuas también. ¿Y por qué a los boricuas le encanta Michael Myers?
Es más real, es mucho más real.
Sí. Conozco muchos y ellos se le encanta Michael Myers. Los demás le valen. Michael Myers es el mejor.
Sí, es que es más real,
nice.
es más real.
Oh, okay. Now, how do you feel about the newer Michael Myers Halloween movies they just released? What was it, Halloween and Halloween Kills?
Yeah.
How do you
¿Cómo
feel
te
about those
gustó
two?
los nuevos Michael Myers que sacaron? El Halloween y Halloween Mata.
Me encantó. La única crítica que puedo decir es que la noche fue demasiado larga.
She said she loved them except for the one of them was too long.
Okay. Now with the older ones, what was the one that you couldn't stand? Because me personally, I wasn't a fan of the Rob Zombie Halloween one, especially that second one. That was ugh. But yeah, other than that, I could watch them all. You know what I mean? But what was your pick? Like one that is like, I'll skip this one.
¿Cuál de los Michael Myers no te gustaron? A él no le gustó los de Rob Zombie.
La misma, yo tampoco.
She didn't like Rob Zombie either.
Fair enough. Yeah, he did something crazy with it. It was like, oh yeah, it was like Trailer Park Michael Myers or something like.
Sí, no tiene sentido.
Yeah. Now, are you a fan of Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
¿Te gustan las películas de El Evil Dead? Con el señor que tiene el machete eléctrico en el vaso.
No, esa no sé cuál es esa.
She doesn't know those.
Okay. Well, if you gotta check those out. Those are pretty good movies, and it was a TV show too on I think Stars or something. Yeah, it was pretty good. You should, if you're into that, definitely check it out.
Si
So,
tienen hay dos películas y hay el canal aquí están Stars que tienen películas aquí.
Ajá.
Tienen un programa que es episódico de ese programa.
Ok,
Yo te lo mando, ahí te tengo en el Face, yo te mando unas cosas para que puedas ver.
claro.
that's awesome. So, I do gotta ask, for, being a world traveler and stuff, do you have any, funny, road stories or plane stories or something, you could share with us? You can change the name to protect the innocent if you need to.
Está preguntando que como estás viajando el mundo, si tienes unas historias chistosas o algo así, o una que te hace reír mucho.
Que me hace reír mucho. Perder el tren en Nueva York con frío fue horrible porque tuve que esperar mucho con un frío horrible. Yo creo que eso fue lo peor. Lo peor.
She said for her, the story she remembers is missing the train in New York and it was freezing cold.
Ooh.
Lo que pasa es que
Oh,
en Nueva
how
York
did
la
you
gente
survive? Yeah.
va muy rápido, la gente. En Puerto Rico todo es más suave.
Yeah, in New York, everyone's a lot quicker and moves a lot faster. In Puerto Rico, it's a lot more calmer and they move slower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you make out in that cold weather in New York? You know what I mean? You're there in the islands in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? It's all beautiful and just island waves everywhere. And you go up to New York, it's like, oh, jeez.
No,
I
aquí
think,
ahora mismo hace calor, aquí ahora mismo.
hey, aquí en Texas también, estamos en 80 ahorita.
Sí.
Está caliente aquí también. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her facial expression said it all when you brought up cold weather. I don't think she likes it. ¿No te gusta el temporal frío con el nieve y todo así? No, she don't like it.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. If I could, I'd like move to Texas or Arizona or something, or something like that where it's like warm all year round. You know what I mean? So no winters.
Man, we're at 80 degrees right now, Rob.
Yo viajé a Texas y me sentí como en Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we're over here. Oh man, yeah, it's freezing over here. So are you ready for the Christmas holiday? Are you getting ready for Christmas? Are you all ready?
Sí, si el COVID nos los permite, estoy lista, amo la Navidad. Aquí en Puerto Rico está el COVID loco, so no sé qué va a pasar.
She says she's ready, but in Puerto Rico, COVID's really bad right now.
Ooh. So you're not going to be able to see your family or anything?
¿Vas a tener tiempo de frío?
Pues si salen negativos en la prueba, posiblemente sí, estoy esperando en eso. Estoy sola por eso mismo, no sabemos todavía.
She's waiting to get her result back of her COVID test.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you're negative and you're good to go, and yeah, everything's straight with you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm all ready for Christmas myself and stuff. But yeah, I do want to say before I pass it back to Remy, I want to say thank you very much for coming on. I definitely had a blast chatting with you. I wish you nothing but the positive things that happen to you, your family, to your career.
Thank you.
I hope you win all the belts everywhere you go, just and kick all the ass.
Thank you. Eso lo entendí.
Roxy,
I have questions.
Sorry, go ahead, Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
Yo voy a preguntar algo.
Ajá.
Una es Remy, your mic. Yo tengo promoción también en Houston de puras mujeres.
Okay.
Y tú eres una estrella internacional de Puerto Rico.
Gracias.
Quiero hablar contigo de ganar una fecha para traerte para atrás para Houston y luchar con nosotros ahí, con las mujeres que tengo ahí. Y con ellas también, yo soy conocido con la Rosa Negra, con Hollywood, con Thunder Rosa, con muchas. Y te quiero traer un día para que puedas luchar con nosotros. Y quiero hacerlo para el fecha de mi evento grande. Para que la gente te pueda ver otra vez en Houston. Yo sé que vas a venir otra vez, pero mi promoción es nuevo, pero tenía otra promoción antes, pero ahorita lo cambié a todas mujeres.
Okay.
So, quiero saber si podemos hablar para ganar una fecha tú y yo, y ahí te traemos para Houston otra vez y ahí puedes luchar con nosotros con la promoción de los Vixens acá.
Claro que sí, estoy abierta a eso, me encantó Texas, estoy loca por volver para allá.
Órale. You can come back, Remy.
Awesome. Well, I got a feeling that we're gonna be seeing her on VWR real soon, and I'm gonna be jealous of Kathy because Kathy's gonna get to see. But then again, you know what? I'm not even gonna be jealous of Kathy because I live in New York. Roxy's gonna be coming back to New York, and I know for sure I'm not gonna miss that. I'm not gonna miss that match. I missed it last time because I had a prior commitment, but this time there is no way I'm gonna miss La Chica de la Actitud in action, you know, kicking butt and taking names. So yeah, but with that being said, before we close down the show, I just want to say, Roxy, thank you very much for being on our show. We really and truly appreciate it. And I would also like to wish you a very happy birthday. May you live to see many more in great health.
Thank you.
And so, also, one more thing. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out when your next appearance is? Also, when they want to purchase Roxy merchandise? And also, where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Pues me pueden buscar en todas las plataformas, en YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, ajá, Twitter, Roxxy Boricua con 2X, 2X, Roxxy Boricua, y my merch in contralonashop.com.
Awesome. So y'all definitely heard this woman's actually on social media. Go ahead and follow her. We'll actually post up the links. As a matter of fact, my CEO, Kathy. Yes, I'm actually giving you an official title, Kathy. Smile now. Come on. Bro, Scott, how do you put up with, you see what I gotta deal with? You deal with her for once a month. I got smile. Okay, there you go. Yes, my CEO. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Kathy. But yeah, our CEO Kathy will definitely go ahead and share those links,
Have
and
y'all ever
she will
met
definitely
Haley
go ahead.
Danielle?
I beg pardon?
You ever met Haley Danielle? I mean, it's worse.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Every time I try to fire Kathy, she threatens me with violence, and then I'm like, okay, you can do whatever you want. And the worst thing is she encourages Rob. So when she's not there, Rob is all cool. But for some reason, when she's around, Rob just pretty much, starts it up too. And I got two demons to deal with. So yeah.
I get threatened by
But
Rachel Rose.
but with that being said, y'all definitely follow this young woman. She is doing great things. Make sure you wish her a happy birthday. As a matter of fact, our good friend Ryan Romano is actually here. He actually wished her a happy. He's actually wishing her a happy birthday as well, Roxy. And also, wow, okay, all right, there you go. But definitely follow her. She's doing great things. She is very impressive. Trust me, I've seen it for myself on videos, and I'm gonna see it live when she comes to New York next month. So definitely follow her and make sure you purchase her merchandise. If you can't make the shows she's on, another way you can support indie wrestling is, by purchasing the merchandise. And if you don't support indie wrestling, well, it's Christmas, and we know we like to give, but our good friend Rob Bass here likes to take too. More like food though, So he will eat half your Christmas dinner, and he'll give the other half to somebody else if he can't finish it off. So definitely support indie wrestling. You see how skinny he is; he will do it. But with that being said, and we'll have Kathy beat you up too as well. Trust me, trust me, I've seen it firsthand. So yeah, so definitely support indie wrestling. They do this not just for show, but because for love of the game and for also us, the fans. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut down this show. My belly's rumbling, so that means it's time for a little snack. But before we actually depart, with that being said, first off, Scott, thank you very much. We really and truly are grateful. Without you, this would not have been possible. We owe you big time. We promise. As soon as Kathy makes up her mind about who she wants to sponsor, we will definitely make that happen.
No, that's YouTube.
But
YouTube. Y'all need to figure out who you want.
I already told you who it was.
No,
But
you
we're not
didn't.
gonna say. We're not gonna say. We're gonna leave that for later. But yeah, it's a surprise. But Scott, thank you very much. We know you got a show coming up. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to find a way, and when the next VWR show is, when they want to purchase merchandise, all that great stuff?
Merchandise is coming soon. I'm already working on it. We are going to get merch soon. We're already working on all of it. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Scott Bruce. You can look up VWR, Vixen's Wrestling Revolution, on Facebook, and we come up. You can find us at VWR Wrestling or VWR Houston on Instagram and Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Scott91184 and Twitter, same at Scott91184. And I got a TikTok too. I just don't have nothing on there.
Awesome. So y'all definitely make sure you're following Scott Bruce, VWR. They're doing big things, and you won't want to be left out. They are pretty impressive, and I'm actually jealous that I'm not in Texas right now. I wish I could be in Texas right now. But with that being said, Kathy Knight, the most mischievous person in our group, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out? What am I saying? When they want to talk all things Becky Lynch and Paige and wrestling, or when they want to find out when your next misadventures are, where you at on social media?
So let's see. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. All at DLUE70517.
Awesome. She's everywhere. Oh man. Rob Bass, the Sean Spencer to my Burton Guster, the Lieutenant Riggs to my Lieutenant Murtaugh, the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin, and the Bubba Ray to my Devon. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, when they want to, purchase Rob Bass merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for the shows, for that Nick Patrick or Dangerous Danny Davis special that you normally give?
I think you muted, Rob.
Oh, we can't hear him.
My bad. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook, YouTube, Rob Base.
Awesome. And if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool or interesting to say, but who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. You can find me on Twitter at TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. Our podcast is definitely on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram under @Ringside Society. We're on Twitch @Ringside Society 2019. We're also on Facebook as a wrestling group. That's right. If you guessed it as Ringside Society, you guessed it correctly. We're also on Spotify, and we are also on YouTube. Yes, that's where we have a lot of cool interviews like this one, like our one with Jasmine Allure, even Scott Bruce himself. So definitely make sure you follow us when you go to YouTube and you type in Ringside Society and you see that sweet OMG light blue and dark blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it. You'll know that's us. So go ahead and follow us. Subscribe to all our videos, because trust me, we got a lot of cool stuff coming in. And with that being said, we also have a Teespring store where we also sell official Ringside Society merchandise. We have shirts, we have tank tops for the summer, we have hoodies, which we just gave away 4 hoodies to 4 lucky winners. We also have long sleeve shirts and also coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. And we also have face masks for, the pandemic we're going through. So definitely go ahead and check us out. Make sure you purchase some Ringside Society merchandise. All proceeds from those sales go back into keeping this show afloat. Trust me, it's not going back into our pockets. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in tonight live. We really and truly appreciate you. We are very humbly grateful. And we will have a special Christmas message tomorrow for y'all. Trust me, we haven't forgotten. And to those y'all that are going to listen to us later on, thank you very much in advance. And to those y'all that can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, I'm very sorry, but like myself at the Gordon Corral, Kathy Knight at Cafe Du Monde, and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't.
And we ain't stopping. But with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we here at Ringside Society are very well in the way that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, Kathy Knight, one time for the mind, one time for the people, and one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for La Chica de la Actitud, Roxxy Boricua. What type of podcast are we?
All right, three, two, one.
We're the Wrestling
We're
Fans
the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And with that being said, we will be off this weekend. No shows due to Christmas. So y'all enjoy y'all's time with y'all's families and loved ones. Have a very Merry Christmas, a very safe Christmas. Eat a lot, drink responsibility. And remember, we're still going through a pandemic. So until the pandemic is over, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, bye.
Still recording?